out on the trail relatively early this morning. It's just prior to 7 a.m. I think. Sunrise is about 7:30. There's a little bit of snow on the ground there, so I see my breath. Steam from my breath. And it's cold. But there's a little bit of snow on the ground is reflecting what little sun there is. I did bring my mega flashlight. I think I need it. Dogs are happy. I'm sure they can see just fine in this light. Keep an eye out for coyotes. As they hunt at night, they might still be around. Alrighty, so we'll see how this little bit of taste of winter hike goes. I gotta get my gloves on because my hands are already getting cold. I got my heated gloves today, but one, the right glove is not heating up. So I'm gonna take it apart and find out if there's a break in the wire somewhere. I don't know if I can fix it, but and two, I didn't charge the batteries, so I didn't even bring batteries. That's nice. A little bit of ice on the edges there. A little dangerous for the dogs, but just keep them away from it. Lucy boy. Run, run, run. It's odd to see him walking. Where's Milo? He's in there. Go get him. Go get him. I'll flush out some creatures. Oh, I forgot my slingshot in the truck. Small game season is still open, I believe. November 30th? Wow, it's going to be December tomorrow. Have to double check. A small game for squirrels and rabbits. What date that's open until? I think it's the end of December. Anyhow, gotta get the gloves on. Trim some more later if I can. Get some film in there with my gloves on. Use my nose to turn the video on and off. And it's just got darker in here because we're snow on the ground, and there's a lot more trees here. There's just one in there somewhere. Started Moose's ATV training yesterday. I didn't get any of it on film. It was freaking cold. I had some struggles getting the side by side started and off the trailer. So I charged up the battery for a few days, which was fine. It wouldn't start. I just turned over for about 2 minutes. But what I figured is, I was sitting for a while. There was some water in the fuel line or something. I got some blankets. Covered up the whole rear of the side-by-side where the engine stuff is. Got a couple of box heaters, space heaters. Put them under the blanket. Let that go for about half an hour. And started right up. Either water there's no carburetor because it's fuel injected, or maybe the injectors had water and they're frozen up. The water in the fuel line. Once that melted up and pushed through, started up. Anyway, got that off the trailer. Got the dogs out. Milo has already been trained to set the ATV side by side. I tried to get Moose in right away, but he wouldn't go in. I took Milo for a ride up and down the street. I was a little bit cautious at first, but then he remembered it was okay. Got Milo out and got Moose to jump in, but then as soon as I started it jumped out again. I just saw what they were looking for. I think it was a rabbit. Just ran along there that way. Probably what they were smelling. So I got him to jump in again with the engine running. Just sat there for a couple minutes. Called them out and back in, out and back in about 5 times. And then you just realize that it's noisy, but it's not harmful. That's the same thing I did with Milo's actually quite a bit more cautious about things than Moose is. Like when we got Milo, he was a few months old already. I don't remember, but he'd never heard a gunshot before. I started him off with 22. I did not like it at all. But kept with it. And a little small game hunting with 22. Squirrels and things. I started to realize that those critters, squirrels and whatnot, when you get the tree out of reach, pop them with the 22 and then catch them. So we were good with that. And then the next thing we did, my son and I went bird hunting to Mahogany. That was the shotgun training. It wasn't too crazy about the big bang at first, but we did get a couple of birds and he went and got them. So it seemed like it was okay. Probably should have started moose a little sooner on that, but the moose is not afraid of loud noises. Milo, if something goes, if there's a big bang or something, he gets a little on edge, like an unfamiliar loud noise. The moose doesn't care. He hears a loud noise, he actually looks at it and wants to go see what it is. I'm thinking he'll be okay with gunshots, but it can be determined. So yeah, I do with moose the same I did with Milo. Get him in the ATV with the engine running. And with me sitting beside him with the engine running. And then back up and down, back up and forward, up and down the driveway. Eventually work up to just going up and down the street. It seemed to work for Milo. That really worked for me too. I don't, side by side, it doesn't have enough room in the front seat for the two of them, so when you do go out hunting with the two of them, I'll have to figure something out, like I had it designed to make a doggy trailer. I'm just stopped here. Left hip is bugging me a bit this morning. Stretch that out. Alright, let's go. I have designed for a doggy trailer with suspension on it because the trails can be pretty rough. I ended up using the metal tubing that I started a frame on it actually, but able to get out hunting when I wanted to, so I used the frame as a table for my CNC machine. It would be either a trailer with a good suspension or some type of box that hooks up to the back of the side-by-side somehow. They can both fit in. Ooh, look at that, a lot brighter over here. It's getting close to sunrise. must have slept a little bit crooked or something. It was bugging me this morning. Mind you, I had some trouble getting the trailer I custom made for it holds a side-by-side and an ATV, and I had both. I since sold the ATV and haven't got around to getting another one. I still have the side-by-side, but the rear gate folds down. I made the hinges really stiff intentionally. I think some water got in them. I really had to crank it to get the gate down and back up again. Milo, come on, don't go down there today. He has gone down there. To get out, he's got to go all the way back over there, that way. Because the edge on the shoreline, though, I don't want him to go in there. But yeah, I was really doing some heavy pulling and pushing on that gate, so probably stressed my hip a bit. Ooh, that cold is really biting. Pretty steep hill here. Just gotta stretch out for a minute. Thankfully there's no wind in here. It's cold enough. It usually takes a while to get out in the cold on a cold trail like this. Cold sinks in and then the body seems to adapt to it. Everything warms up, even the hands. This is a pretty steep hill. It's hard to do in these conditions. Very hard to do. Covered in snow and ice. Remember that from last winter. Hey Moose. Why are you so slow? Why are you so slow? Okay, let's go. The crows. Seems a little odd there. The tree was torn up and somebody was hacking at it, or a creature was. I didn't know better. It almost looks like a bear was on that, but I don't think there's any bears around here. See reports in the news once in a while about bear sightings in Durham area. Here, nice orchard opening in there. If I knew who that property owner was. I don't think that's public land. I think that's one property. Be a nice spot to get in, set up for goose hunting or turkey, because turkey like those. I don't know if you can see, but turkey love those ridge lines. Even deer. Pointing at those ridge lines there. The dog saw me pointing, so they went in there. Back. Just looking at moose. Just looking at anything in there. Yesterday we were out on the trail just north of here, up on the hill, and it was a little warmer. We're going this way, guys. This way, Moose. This way. Oh boy. Little trail there sometimes we take, but don't do that today. We're up on the hill. The wind really started rolling in. Moose actually started limping a little bit in one back leg. He had hurt himself, but his paw was just getting cold. Just held it in my hand for a while. It was okay after that, though. Didn't see him limp again. He started running a little harder. Warmed himself up. And of course, when we got off the hill, the wind stopped as well. We got back into the forest. Helped. Alright, so I'm just going to cut it here. Get back into this darker area of the forest. I'll catch you later. This is the alien off-season storage area field. I don't know if it's being picked up on the camera, but it's like an eerie mist just above the grasses. Dogs are after mice or whatever's in this. It reminds me a lot when I was young back on the farm. Dog I grew up with, one of the toppers that we had. She was an awesome mouser. She would do that, like with the dogs are doing a little bit of their, when they pounce, when they sense something and the direction it might be moving, pounce like that, and then land on it. That trail there, some days we come up this way from it, but this is basically, we created this little trail here into the forest and it loops back around. This is our turnaround area basically, approximately halfway between parks. Fairly certain I filmed this many times. See, the aliens have trampled down around this. This looks like a tree, but really it's interstellar communications antenna. That's why it's the grass is trampled down around it. The aliens come in here when they need to do repairs on it and stuff. They even put what's supposed to be like a spider web there. Really, it's just another monitoring device. Right, Moose? Milo got a fancy haircut the other day. See if I can put a picture up here before and after. I did that in the previous video already. I haven't had the opportunity to do a lot of video editing lately. This is where we usually sit down, take a break, but we're just going to keep moving today. Have to get out this morning for an appointment out of town, so not gonna dilly-dally too much on this hike. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I just haven't, I probably got about well over 20 footage from 20 videos that I just haven't got around to editing. So what I'm trying to do right now is just keep this as simple as possible, so I can just link them together. Spend a whole lot of time in fancy editing. Other than that one rabbit or squirrel or whatever it was, I really haven't seen too much wildlife activity this morning. I didn't get it on film, but just in the snow up here as we were walking in, there were some footprints that looked like fox, like canine type of prints, but very small. Okay, I'm gonna try and film to where this opens up into the park again, and then that might be it for today. We'll see. say it opens up into the park. It doesn't open up into the park. It just opens up into that grassland area. Sometimes we go in that way, down to the creek. We're just going straight today. Go. So, work our way back and film if anything else interesting comes up.